My name is Kathy Roberts. I am the Tidy Tutor, and I'm going to talk to you today about bedding. Actually, the sheets that go on our beds. And I want to let you know how many pair I recommend that we have per bed, and also the best place to keep them. When you keep them in the place that I'm going to recommend, it's going to free up so much space in your home. You may have an entire closet after this that is completely empty, and we call that the linen closet. Well, one other thing that I'd like to discuss is why it's so important to do this. Not so much because we just want to have less, be minimalist, live more orderly, but really because we want to have more time. This time in our lives, it's like has never been in the history of the world. Women are severely pressed to have so much to do. It's basically impossible. So if we want to make the impossible possible, we've got to step back, take a look and see, how can I adjust things so that I'm living the life I want to live in 2018, which happens to be the moment that I am doing this video, and not living like I'm still back in 1950, right? It's like we've got things backwards or all screwed up. We're playing a different game, but we're playing by the same rules. The game has changed. The game has changed for women. We no longer only go to work if we're not married or widowed. Now we go to work. We no longer are the homemakers only and the mommies. Now we're the mommies, the homemakers, and the breadwinners. There's never been a time that a man who was the breadwinner was expected to do it all. Yet we do expect that from ourselves, so does society, and we're told to just make it work. It can't just work. We've got to do something so that it will work. And this is one of those things. Now come on in my bedroom and I'll show you the best way to store your sheets. It will definitely save you lots of time, lots of space in the house to use for other things that might be cluttering up the house, and it'll help you big time in delegating to your family as well. So come on, let's go. Okay, so here you are in my bedroom, and I'm going to show you how I keep my sheets, where I store them. And I just have a little twin bed, and I keep them between the mattress and the box spring. So now I know some of you, depending on where you are in the world, you don't know what a box spring is. I found that out through my people, the people that I have in my Tidy Tutor world. And they told me, what the heck is a box spring? So I found out that lots of people over in Europe, they just have bed slats. And so if you just have a bed slat between your mattress and that's it, nothing else underneath it, then you still can do this. You can get a piece of Formica and have it cut in that place. It's very inexpensive. You could roll it up and then have it down on there. You could have a very thin piece of plywood between your mattress and your slats. Or you can use, I thought of something before, what was it? Linoleum. All right, a piece of linoleum. They usually, sometimes they have them already just like a little piece, like a side piece just thrown somewhere. Very, very reasonable. Get a little piece of linoleum, put that in there. It's like the one sheet floor covering kind of thing. And then that would be what you could do. All right, so here's what I do. I put in between my mattress and my box spring my pillowcases, see? Pillowcases, folded flat. This is my fitted sheet. See my fitted sheet? It's just not folded perfectly. We don't care about perfect. We care about happy. So this is the fitted sheet like this, and it's just laying there on, underneath the bed, flat. Let me do this. And my flat sheet. Okay, here's my flat sheet. And it does not make the bed feel bumpy. It doesn't, you don't even know it's there, okay? Now, while I'm doing this, I might as well let you know, I also store under here, like bags that you get from, shopping bags from stores that we go to, right? Shopping bags. And
Excuse me. The reason that I do that is this is just a little bonus. You're getting this for free. Is just because it's a convenient place to store them. It keeps them out of the way, and I like to have them for, like, if I'm sending my daughter out with something that I say, here, take this with you. It's better than like a grocery bag. Or if I'm going somewhere that I know I'm not going to want to carry, like a backpack or something that I'm going to want to have to think about later. I'd rather just have something that I have maybe a bottle of water in, some lunch or something like that, or maybe I have to return something to somebody. I'll put it in one of those bags, and then I could just discard it, leave it with them, whatever, right? So that's what I also keep under here. Now, you could also store gift boxes under there, gift bags under there as well. I used to keep them between my my seats of my couch. I put them there too. That was just really convenient, out of the way. You know, it really helps if you don't have a lot of space to utilize all that space. So that's just another freebie, okay? So, you know, oh, and this is the other thing. You only need 2 sets of sheets per bed. Only 2, okay? Just 2. One to have on the bed, and then one to change onto the bed when those have to get washed. So if I was going to change my sheets, I would take my sheets off, I would take the sheets out from underneath the mattress and box spring, and I would make my bed, wash the sheets whenever I got to it, whenever the time was for me to wash them. I would have to wash them right away. And then when they came out of the dryer, I just fold them and they would go under there. And the next time I'd have to change the sheets, bada boom, it would be ready and it would be easy. Now you can delegate this to your family. Anybody that has a bed and sleeps in a bed and can make a bed needs to do this for themselves. So make sure, you know, you have a child that's old enough, then teach them. It's our job. It's our job to teach them. I know sometimes it feels like it's just easier for us to do it, but I'm telling you what, having grown children, it is so much better to train them as they go, to take that extra time that it takes to train them so that when they get older, it's so easy to delegate. And if you haven't done that, it doesn't matter. You can start now. They're probably not going to take you really seriously, but that doesn't matter. You just can be consistent with it and let them know. Show them. This is how we're keeping this from now on. And listen, if you have excess of sheets, like tons and tons of sheets, then donate them. Donate them to, I don't know if shelters take used sheets. They may, but if they don't, then I know that animal shelters do. I know that they do. Some grooming places may also want them. Okay, so they'd be really, really valuable for those people. Once one of the sets of sheets is worn, just get rid of it and get a new one, okay? You don't need excess. There was a time that we did need excess. There was a time, you know, if you watch any of the old movies, you know, like Pride and Prejudice, there's one scene in Pride and Prejudice that is when, what is her name? What is her name in Pride and Prejudice? All right, so I figured it out. Keira Knightley played Elizabeth Bennet. So when Lizzie, that's what they called her, now I remember it, when she was going into the house, they showed the scene, and they showed all of these linens hanging on the line. This is the image that we have had forever on TV and in movies, and that's because they didn't have washers and dryers, and it was very necessary to change the bedding so regularly that their beds were stuffed with straw and goose feathers and things that were not sanitized. So, and also, you know, there were no plastic for diapers and things like that, and wet the bed. It was necessary to have lots and lots of bedding. It is not necessary anymore to go out and purchase lots and lots of sheets, to have more than 2 sets per bed. It just isn't necessary. It makes life more complicated. It gets us into debt, and it definitely doesn't make life simpler. So, there you go. Now, if you like this video, please like it, share it with a friend, and if you want to know more about how to live an organized life at home so that you have more time to enjoy your life and make your dreams come true, then contact me. Kathy@thetidytutor.com. You can also connect with me by my 10 tips. You can go to my website, thetidytutor.com, and you can put your name and email in there. Get 10 tips, 1 tip a day for 10 days that will rock your world. I also have a free ebook. It is a wonderful book that will really make you feel amazing about yourself and get you on the road to getting your act together. Okay, so that's it. Mwah.
You got bugs called a bug eye. You cook bacon, apple pie. If you show you fix or tear, clean or clean my underwear. These are the things we do. The house is a mess with all the junk. The sink's clogged up with dinner time gunk. You pick up the phone and call Roto-Rooter to make it all work. You call the Tidy Tutor.
I think that was pretty good, don't you?
What's her name? Do I have the book right here? Pride and Prejudice, maybe? I don't have the book. What is the main character in Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and Prejudice features Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden.
Yeah, but who? What was the heroine? Who was the heroine in Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and Prejudice features Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden.
Yeah, we know. We want to know what her name is. Pride and Prejudice characters.
Here are some matches for Pride and Prejudice.